You can advise them and caution them so that they be very wary of the negative steps they take. I've always been saying in this program, I've been saying regularly in this program, that the tree, the fruit you don't want to pluck, don't plant the seed. You will always pluck the fruit from the tree that you plant. Be very careful the kind of seed you plant, because life is about sowing and reaping. Be very, very careful. And I remember I told you before that for every action that you take, there are consequences. And if you know that you are not prepared for the consequences, don't take the action. You don't need to claim ignorance. That's why we're having these programs where we do every evening, trying to counsel, trying to advise, trying to give you the right direction to take. Yesterday, we talked about hard work. One of the things I said from Elo Davis' book, that don't you ever think that hard work is meant for only those who are fools or those who are lazy. No. If you want to succeed in life, you must be prepared to work hard at doing the right thing, because you make money from solving problems. When there are issues and you are able to provide solution for those issues, that's where you make money from. I remember I also tell you that don't think that you want to live in a world where you want to scam people. And I also want, in any means of scamming, I know people have given example, one of those politicians in government, they are doing this, they are doing that. Please, I want to say that there are consequences for everything you take. There are consequences. I remember some time ago, I used to have a neighbor in my estate years ago who was telling me how they made money from these Yahoo boys, how they make their money. They go to native doctor, they get some, they go to this voodoo, spiritual people. And they do one or two things for them. They give corn, prepare corn and give corn to the chicken to eat. And the number of corn that the chicken eats, that's the number of years the person will live. So if you are 20 years old and you go to the spiritualists to do medicine for you to make money in Yahoo, you are 20 years old, and he does it, and the corn, they prepare it and give to the corn, and the corn is able to, the chicken is able to eat 5 corns, or is able to eat 10 corns, which means you live 5 or 10 years. So you are 20 years, you live for 25 years. You are 25 years, you are 20 years, you live for 25, or you live for 30 years. So what so that? I've seen people who made money from using their mother to make money. Many of them, I've seen them. Yeah, so I try to advise that we must begin to reprogram our mind that you make money by solving problems. You don't make money by scamming people, by deceiving people, by sharing blood. And so we need to be very careful. That's why I always advise that you must settle down and ask yourself, what do you want to become in life? And what step should I take? Those who were involved in 419 in the 90s, where are they today? Most of them are gone. Most of them are no more in existence. So you must be very, very careful. Don't plant the seed of the fruit you don't want to harvest. Don't you ever try it. And so, like I said, hard work. You must be prepared to work hard in line with your purpose, what you want to achieve in life. So today, one of the things we want to look at is violence. There seems to be violent reaction across the nations of the earth. People are now impatient, and the only thing they think about is they believe that once you are violent, they can always use violence to solve issues. You don't. So that's why I want to advise that you don't get yourself involved in violent activities. I remember some time ago, I was having a program in Iraq, and I was talking to them about the dangers of sacred cult and most of these things. Violence does not pay people. And the young man came and told me that, sir, I don't know what you're saying, but the world we are living in now is only those who are extremely violent that they are respected. I said, you have missed it. If you that is in a school is begin to reason this way, then what happened to those who didn't go to school at all? Like I said, look at what happened in the US now, for example, where a young man just in his early 20s pick up the rifle, the neutral, and just climb up and shot Charlie while he was talking to the students, very probably because he doesn't like his political views, and so he feels that the only way to do it is to kill. That is not the right way to do things. I remember I was having a program some time ago when a young man called me and he said he's an assassin. And he's about, that was a Monday, that he has a job he was supposed to do on Wednesday. And what is the job? To kill. He was paid to kill. He's a paid assassin. I told him, I said, no. I was having a program on radio and he called me. So we seem to have a generation of youths that believe that it is time. The only way they can do is violence. To a way who doesn't agree with you, we kill them. It's not the right thing to do. So don't allow yourself to be used by anybody. Violence does not pay. If anybody tells you that when he kills somebody, he was going to have 72 virgins waiting for him, they are lying to you. There's no such thing, does not exist. You can't commit murder in any disguise, in any way, and you expect that somebody will give you 72 virgins for committing murder. There's nobody that does such things. That are arrant nonsense. So I'm surprised that there are people who, in this generation, can easily be deceived. There's a common saying that those that live by the sword will die by the sword. Be very careful with it. I remember when we were growing up, when we were in secret court, we wanted to do medicine for guns. So when you shoot us, the gun will not enter. I went to the native doctor and I told the native doctor, I went with my friend. My friend did his own. When it was my turn to do my own, I told the native doctor, I've seen a lot of guys who were killed and they had charm in their body. And the native doctor said, at times the power leaves the body. Wow. That was when I stopped. I said, so you don't need to bank on your charm to get involved in violent activities. You don't need to bank on it. Don't take people's life. There are better ways of doing things. Don't make assassination, murder your hobby under any disguise. Don't, in the name of religion, take the life of anybody, because you are attracting causes to yourself. The next 10, like I said, in the next 10, 15 minutes, we give counsel to the youth to advise them the steps they need to take. This is BHF Foundation. If you're listening to me, I want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and also share, comment, share, and also press the notification button. So anytime we come on here, you'll be able to be part of what we are doing. So don't you ever involve yourself in any way in committing murder under any disguise. Don't be paid to do it. Don't get yourself involved in it, because it has consequences. It has consequences. I'm giving this counsel now because I expect that it will live live a good life. God wants you to live a good life. But you have a responsibility. Don't get yourself involved in violence. It's weakness for you to think that you can always solve issues through violence. Weak people use violence to solve issues, while strong men discuss issues. If you seem to be in disagreement with somebody, you discuss with him, you present your argument. It's a cowardly way of behavior to think that the best way is to kill, to shed blood, or to involve in violent activities for you to send your point, believing that except you use violence, you cannot make your point known. That's not the truth. Like I said, this is a good way, a coward way of living. So don't ever fall victim, or don't be part of those that believe that we are not living in an animal republic where it's survival of the fittest. Once you are strong, then you can oppress those who are not strong. No. Don't be involved in any kind of violence. These are some of the things we were doing when we were in school. We were involved in violent activities because we were cultists. And I have a lot of friends that are dead now. A lot of friends that are dead from secret cult. Because we believe then you have to make your point known violently. It takes weakness to be violent. It's a weak person that is violent. And so we must start from the home to begin to educate ourselves. That's a weak way of living. It's an animal way of living. To make your point through violence. To use violence to resolve issues. When people are disagree with you, you discuss it. For example, now we are in the political era now. We are working towards the next election. You have the APC, you have the PDP, you have the AD, you have the LP. These are various political parties. So I try to advise the young ones: don't allow yourself to be used by the politicians to cause violence. There's always democratic way of doing things. Democratic way of doing things. If you don't agree with anything, you go to the law courts. You say, no, we cannot trust the law court. No, you are wrong. We have the courts, we have the High Court, we have the Court of Appeal, we have the Supreme Court. So you don't need to begin to go to the courts of justice in the street to make your point known. Vandalism, destroying. Because at the end of the day, whatever you destroy is still the money from the government that we use to fix it up. So what's the point? What's the point? You go out to carry out violent activities, you destroy things, you are not in agreement with the government or the government policies, and you believe that the best way to go about it is to destroy things. You are making the government even richer. Because those things will be fixed, and they will use your money to fix it. And in the process of fixing it, the things they bought 10 million naira before, they will tell you it's 25 million naira. What do you do about it? So you're not helping the government by destroying government properties. You are enriching the government by destroying government properties because they will use the taxpayers' money. They will use your oil revenue money to fix it. So what initially was bought with 100 million, in trying to fix it, they'll tell you it's 300 million. So violence is not the best way to resolve issues. There are always channels where civilized channels where we can pass through to resolve whatever issues that we have. So you must always remember that the other person you are talking about is a human being like you. So don't involve in it. Don't get yourself involved in it. Like I said, the young man that called me and said, he listened to my radio program. He says an assassin. And so, I don't know how many. So one of them came to the youth center because we run a youth center, and the young man belongs to the secret court, and he told me the number of people that he has killed. And why did he come to the youth center? He needed counseling and advice on what to do, because one of the things he discovered later was that he was having issues in his mind. So he keeps seeing people following from place to place. Spiritual issues. Because there are consequences of killing people. There are consequences. It will tell on you. You're a young boy, you're a young teenager, you are 15 years old. Don't plant the wrong seed. Because by the time you are getting to 40, you're getting to 50, the seed will germinate. That's why you begin to reap the consequences of the seeds. The seeds that you plant. It takes insanity for anybody to support the killing of Charlie Cook in any way. It takes insanity. Because we don't want to get involved in the killing of anybody. There are consequences. And you will reap the consequences. So today I just want to leave you with this simple advice. Don't get yourself involved with killing anybody. There are consequences in sharing blood. If you want to have a better tomorrow, you must be prepared for it. And one of the ways to be prepared for it is to ensure that you don't get yourself involved at all in sharing of blood in any disguise. In the name of court activities, in the name of political activities, don't get yourself involved in the sharing of blood. There are consequences. You are called by politicians, let's go for riot, you are political talk, you are this. I mean, at the end of the day, there are consequences. I keep saying there are consequences. The politicians are with their children are abroad, they are having a good time with their children abroad, their wife is abroad, they are doing all kinds of things abroad. And you are the one that is used there because they give you 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 2 million. You go and kill a fellow human being like you. So any murder under any disguise is not acceptable. Don't get yourself involved in it under any disguise. It has consequences. Don't share any human blood because you will reap the consequences later in life. It might not be today, but definitely tomorrow. Don't you ever think that you'll be able to make your point known through violence. You don't need to be violent to make your point known. There are always peaceful channels to make your point known. So please don't get yourself involved. We don't want to be part of it. So we want to advise you as we begin to bring this program to a close, that the easiest way to live is to dialogue, have a debate. You have your issues, others have their own issues. You have your point, the next person has his point. So under clean, civilized environment, we'll be able to present our issues. So we don't need to begin to be violent about it. I'm advising the youths, because we are moving towards, very soon we'll be moving towards political season. We saw what happened during the end-size riot. Yes, there must be some misbehavior here and there, but there are ways to do it. And the second thing, I want to advise those in authority to ensure that the police is not used to harass people. So we don't begin to provoke the youth to violence. We want to live a violent-free society where you don't need to be violent. Don't allow yourself to be used as a political talk. Please be peaceful. Violence does not pay. I just want you to subscribe to BHF Movies, because 10, 15 minutes every day we are giving you counsel to the youths. Subscribe to BHF Movies and try as much as possible. You share, tell others about this. 10 minutes every day, 10, 15 minutes every day we give counsel to the youths. Don't you involve yourself with sharing blood, and don't get yourself involved in negative action. We are reviewing Elo Davis' book, Where Are the Parents? Of Elo Davis' book. We are giving counsel because we know that parents are so busy nowadays that they don't have time to do some things they are supposed to do in bringing up our children. So we want to get this opportunity to bring up children on behalf of the parents. I know you have your phone set and the rest. Don't ever don't allow yourself to be paid. No matter how much you are paid, don't involve in anybody's blood. Don't share blood. It has consequences. Don't involve with violent actions. It has consequences. I'm talking to you because I'm also experienced. I know what I'm talking about because I've been there before. There are many people today who are not alive. They're not alive. They're dead now. I have a lot of friends who are dead. We're all involved in cult activities. I thank God that God spared my life till now, and my life so that I can be alive to tell you the truth, that violence does not pay. Try and be civil, try and be mature, try and be diplomatic, so you can be able to pick up your life and move to the right direction. We'll be having our program in Agege, October. Campaign against secret cult activities, campaign against drug, campaign against Yahoo and the rest. We're having it October. Let's try as much as possible. Those around Agege, BHF Foundation, we're having a program, BHF Foundation, in conjunction with Blascada, Lagos State Kick Against Drug. The governor of Lagos State, the commissioner of Lagos State, we have a wonderful commissioner who is against drugs, because it is through drugs that people carry out most of the actions they carry. They even kill their own parents. through drugs. So don't get yourself involved in violent or drug activities. Thank you for joining us. Good evening. I'm doing great. Kingsley, how are you doing? I hope you had a wonderful day. So we'll try as much as possible, don't to get yourself involved in sharing human blood. Don't be violent. There are better and civilized way of resolving issues. Those you don't agree with, you can be diplomatic about it. You can discuss issues under very quiet and reasonable atmosphere. My friend would have been alive today if not because we decided to carry out action. He felt his girlfriend in school was being harassed. So in those days, many years ago, we were mobilized to go and carry out action because we were cultists. And those actions move from one move. When you start violence, you don't know when the violence will end. The violence started in Auchi Polytechnic, but the violence did not end in Auchi Polytechnic. The violence moved to Benin, moved to Ekpoma, moved to Abraka, then moved to Benin. A lot of lives were lost. People were destroyed. Things were scattered. So don't involve yourself in violent activities. You don't know how it will end when it starts. You know how it will start, but you don't know how it will end. Until we continue again tomorrow when we look at other issues, I want you to stay connected to BHF Foundation. So that on tomorrow, 7 o'clock, we'll still be on air discussing these issues. I know the funny thing as I begin to round up. The girl that my friend went to court off with, that he was killed. As we are talking today now, that girl is married with husband and children. And the girl get married to one of our friends. So this guy now just died in vain. Don't get yourself in sharing human blood. It has dirty consequences. Please hook up to BHF Foundation. This is BHF Foundation. It's a youth organization trying to build up a better youth. Have a wonderful day.